I am going to explain an idea that every child should learn before they even go to school. And yet, most people go right through their life and never really understand it. Dr. Maxwell Maltz, around 1960, said it was the greatest psychological discovery of his generation. It's on self-image. You see, you and I have an image of ourselves. It's how we see ourselves. I know there's a reflection come back from the mirror. I can see me. That's a reflection of my physical being. But that's not how I see me. I see me in my mind. And it's based on information that I have on me. Now, some people have a lot of false information, so they've got a very false self-image. Around 1960, Dr. Maxwell Maltz wrote a book called Cybernetics. The cybernetics is the science of control and communication in the animal and in some machines. And what it does, it measures deviation from a set goal, sends information into a coordinating mechanism that'll correct the output and keep whatever it is moving towards the goal. Well, do you know you have a cybernetic mechanism locked up in you? Paradigms are nothing but a multitude of ideas, a multitude of habits that are fixed in the treasury of our subconscious. Paradigms are partly genetic and partly environmental. So when we tie all these together, it makes a very interesting story. And I'm going to ask you to sit back, take notes if you want, but really pay attention. If you have kids in school, this is critical. If you're in sales, your sales will skyrocket. Relationships, just anything that you're going to do is dependent on how you see you. So let's think about it. Cybernetics and paradigms. Very, very interesting subject. Cybernetics and paradigms are both control systems that operate essentially on the same principle. Both maintain a definite course of action and will not deviate from the course that has been established. You must alter the paradigm to achieve the result that you desire. Now think about that for a moment. You'll see people stuck at a certain level. Go ask any sales manager to give you the names of their salespeople, and they can tell you what those salespeople are going to do next month and next year. Why? Because they're programmed. They just come in about the same, maybe up and down a little, but they come in about the same. How about athletes? Every coach will tell you exactly how they're going to play. There's patterns. They're called habitual patterns. Well, that's a paradigm. Now, this is a beautiful concept, so let's understand it. Cybernetics and paradigms, all right? There's a thermostat. Now, a thermostat in your home is a cybernetic instrument. Let's look at a student in school, all right? Now, there's the subconscious mind, okay? And the student, the image, child has an image. You see, the child's self-image is a cybernetic instrument. That's exactly what it is. And the child has an image of poor grades. This is biographical, by the way, because that's the image I used to have. And I got them. Sure did get them. And you see, when a person is receiving poor grades in school, it's an expression of a self-image. It's the self-image they hold that they're expressing. The person believes they are not very bright. They, of course, receive a report card that reflects the poor image that they've got. And they take the report card home, and there's trouble in River City. I mean, I lived with this all the time I was in school. The child's grounded. They're made to study. Now, what the parent doesn't know and what the child doesn't know is really rather sad. See, the child cram, and the marks go up. But what the parent and the child do not understand, the parent is unaware that the real problem has the child. They have them give up recreational activities. They make them study. The grades improve, but the improvement's temporary. Why? The child has never changed the self-image. The parent doesn't even understand self-image in most cases, and certainly the child doesn't. And so what happens? Oh, they got a good test. When the report card comes out, nothing's changed. Now, why would people live that way? They live that way because they don't know any different. And that is rather sad. See, we should learn to live the way we really want to live. We've got to understand this concept of self-image, of cybernetics, of paradigms. You know, Oscar Wilde said something really beautiful one time. He said, selfishness is not living as one wishes to live. Selfishness is asking others to live as one wishes to live. You've got to develop the courage. You've got to develop the awareness, the wisdom to live the way you really want to live. Life is very short, and it's over very fast. And you can have, do, or be anything you want. You're God's highest form of creation. If you really want to check in to programs that will change the course of your life forever, understand this. Myself and my associates in our company spend all their time studying this. I have personally been studying it for over 50 years. We have some of the best programs in the world. Some of them run for a week, some run for a year, some run for an hour every day. But I'll tell you this, they'll have you running in the direction that you want to go for the rest of your life. Leave us your information. Let us talk to you. And absolutely refuse to spend another day living the way someone else wants you to live, so that they're going to be happy with you. See, most people live the way they think other people think they should live. At the very best, that's going to be a bad trip. This is your life. Make it a phenomenal experience. This is Bob Proctor.